All right, all right. What is going on, everyone? What is going on? How's it going? We're back for more Tepig hunting. It's day in, day out with this Tepig hunt. I swear, I just pressed the A button on this left DS about 5 times and somehow it did not register. So, I don't know. I don't know. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I feel like I'm never prepared. I mean, I never am. I'm honestly never prepared to get started with stream. My time management skills, I gotta be honest, they fucking suck. My time management skills are atrocious. And it doesn't help that like things just, everything just takes so much longer than you think it will. And then I gotta be honest, the last like few weeks, I've not been in the greatest like mindset for streaming. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just life has been so fucking busy for me that I'm just like, I'm fucking exhausted. And I'm swearing a lot more than normal, so I'm sorry about that. But I'm just tired. I'm just damn tired. Like, oh my lord, life is just tiring sometimes. I got so much going on. I have so much happening between work. God, work is up my ass and it's freaking annoying. I got so much going on in my personal life. It's just like, I'm exhausted. I'm just exhausted. But I'm gonna try and, get back into the groove of this because it also has been a while. It's been since last Wednesday when we streamed, and then I didn't even stream all 3 days last week. I wanted to. I only streamed 2 days a week. So yeah, life just something's always getting in the way. Something's always just taking up time, just hindering me from really getting going on all this. And then the Tepig hunt, this freaking hunt is just taking, like, yeah, we're not above odds, but like I just can't stream that often. These resets are really freaking slow. I only have 2 DSs going. So it's just like, wow, this is taking a long time. This is because we're about 5 months deep into this Tepig hunt. Like, what up, DK? What up? How's it going? Yeah, I'm ready to get this shiny Tepig and move on to something else. I gotta be completely honest with everyone. I am ready to move on. Like I said, I know we're not over odds, but we're rolling up on, we're getting damn near close to half a year of hunting this for this Tepig. I'm ready to move on, like to a different full-time hunt. I just am. And then to be completely honest, I don't even know how long I'm gonna be able to stream tonight. The last like 2 weeks, my throat is just not right. Oh man. My throat is just not right recently. I feel like I can't talk for extended periods of time. Oh man. I don't know if it's the weather, like I really don't know. It's rough. Like I said, life in the last few weeks has just been, it's not been fun. It has not been fun. But no worries, DK, no worries. Yeah, unfortunately this is about the only time I can stream, and it's not yeah. Things are a little rough right now. Not gonna lie. It's not like terribly bad. It's just there's a lot going on. I'm not physically feeling the best, and yeah. ready to just be done with this hunt. I want to move on to something a little more snappy. This has been the main hunt on the channel for a while, and I'm just ready to get over to something different. The Soul Silver Shiny Starter Hunt was nice because it was only 4 streams. It took 4 streams. We got it. Yeah, we were, about half odds, so we did pretty good on the luckiness part of it. So that was nice. But God, I just really don't know what's up with my throat. It's like for the last few weeks, my lymph nodes in my throat have been just swollen constantly. Like they're just constantly swollen. I'm just like, throat's constantly a little sore. Just always got the The same old sinus issues I always got. So yeah, the last 2 streams, I mean, I think the last time I did a Tepig stream, I had to stop early. I got like an hour and a half into it, and like I just wasn't feeling good. I was like, I gotta stop streaming. Like I felt like I was gonna fall over. It's yeah, it's really annoying, like dealing with healthcare stuff because of the money and just the time, and the fact that like doctors just don't seem to really want to diagnose you or like do anything. It's always just like, oh, let's try this little remedial thing and come back in 6 months. You know, let's see how you're doing in 6 months. And it's like, 6 months is a damn long time. Like 6 months flies by, but at the same time, it's like, it's just a long time to wait to figure out your health issues. And while you're waiting, it's just like, oh, here's, you know, a few $100s here, there, while you know, do this. It's just like, yeah. I do not know what to do, but I guess I just gotta tough it out and get through it, figure it out, because yeah, you gotta deal with what life throws at you sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta take it in stride and try your best to keep going. But yeah, I guess yeah, that could be it. I mean, doctors are very busy people. They do work a lot. They have a lot going on, but I don't know. Sometimes it feels like sometimes it almost feels like the doctors like don't believe you and they're just hoping that whatever issues you have just go away so they don't have to deal with it. So yeah. Fly, what up, what up? How's it going? What up? But I guess in a little more jolly news, I won't harp on life's difficulties for too much, but this past weekend it was busy. It was very busy for me, but it was nice. We went up to our wedding venue site, so that was cool. We got to go back up there where we're gonna get married next year. Got to see the place again. Man, like it's just, yeah, it's rough. God almighty. So yeah, we got to go back up there and see our wedding venue. It's up kind of in the mountainous area of North Carolina. They got hit really hard by the hurricane recently. So the area is being worked on presently. It had a lot of damage, a lot of downed trees, a lot of just general issues. So unfortunately for the people who are getting married there right now, it's like nothing can go on because it's all kind of messed up there. I mean, they've recovered a pretty good bit. You know, they're working round the clock to get everything up and rolling. So we imagine in a year everything's gonna be fine. But yeah, you got to feel for the people who were supposed to be getting married there right now, because it's just, you can't really do it. It's just not possible. It's like you could, but the backdrop, like the lake in the background, is all muddy and dirty and filled with trees still, and there's a lot of landscaping that still needs to be redone and built back up. So, but it was nice. We went up there and we did a taste testing of our potential food items. So that was nice. It was a lot more food than we thought it was going to be. We got to sample a lot of stuff. It was very, very filling. Very good food. So that was nice to try some things here, there that we can pick from for our food. The place we're having our wedding at is also the caterer. They double as, you know, it's not just the venue, they also do food. So that's nice. We don't have to worry about finding a caterer or anything. We got the food taken care of. They handle a lot of the decorations, not all of them, but you know, we gotta decorate ourselves a tiny little bit, but they handle a lot of it. I don't think they have any what you would consider like sister locations. Like it's kind of like a resort type area, and you know, it's up there in the mountains on a lake, so it's just kind of like that's where we wanted it to be, up in those mountains. We like that area. We like the mountainous, you know, terrain. We like the vibes of fall. It's gonna be next fall, so we yeah, that's, I don't really think they have another location. It's not that I don't think. I know they don't have another location. It's like you either get married where it is or you don't. So they're letting people who are having their weddings now like push them out if they want to. So like people can still have their weddings there. At least, you know, for the people who were getting married like the weekends that it actually happened, I'm sure they were allowed to cancel because, like, you know, it literally happened on the weekend of their wedding, that massive hurricane and storm and flooding and all. But since we are a year out from ours, we're not too worried about them being back up and running. Which the resort's already back up and running. It's really just the wedding venue that they're still having to clean up and get all tidy and nice looking again. So, you know, the houses that are up there for rent and the condos and stuff, they're all back up and operational, so people are staying there. And there's a golf course and people are out playing golf when we got there. So they're basically all back up and running. It's just the wedding venue site itself needs some work. I guess specifically the beach. They kind of have like a beachfront for the lake that is not up and operational because it's, you know, it was really heavily damaged and debrised by the storm. So like that's the reason why the wedding venue isn't up and going, because it's, you know, all on the beachfront. Yeah, also, I don't know their policy. I mean, I know the general policy is like, okay, you put down the down payment, then if you cancel, you don't get your down payment back. I don't know if they are allowing special circumstances because of the storm where they're like, okay, we understand because of the situation, like, you know, maybe you wanted to get married like right now, you've already got everything kind of booked, so you just need to cancel here and go somewhere else. Maybe they give some people those special options, but I'm not sure. Yeah, rescheduling all that somewhere else would be an absolute nightmare. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And then let's see, so we actually headed up there Thursday night. Emily and her mom had some like thing they went to most of the day on Friday, some kind of Christmas shopping thingamabobber. So they had a lot of fun themselves. I kind of had to play babysitter a little bit because her stepdad was out of town. And so her brother was still in school and he had something after school. So I was just at their house while Emily and her mom were out shopping and doing all that with their little annual Christmas show thingy. And so I went and picked up her brother from school and took him to his after school band practice. And then, yeah, we just came back home and chilled that night. And then, yeah, the wedding taste testing was all day Saturday. So that was pretty cool. Or not all day, but the trip going up there and being up there and then coming back was all day. Then yeah, my mom and my sister were able to make it up there, and then Emily's mom, brother, and stepdad, her stepdad ended up coming later in the day on Friday, so we all went up there for that, and that was pretty cool. And then yesterday was just kind of a hangout day at the house. The Buffalo Bills had a big game against the Chiefs yesterday, and they won. So that was That was awesome. That was nice. It was an exciting game. That was super exciting. Chiefs were undefeated, looking like, you know, oh my God, are they going to be back 3-time back-to-back champion? I mean, obviously there's still a lot of football left to go, but no one could beat them. They just kept finding ways to pull out wins, but the Bills managed to take them down. So that was pretty exciting. And then we headed on back home last night. So it was a good weekend. It was fun. It was long. It was a very eventful, but it was good. It do be like that sometimes. It do be like that. Luckily right now, with the weather being the way it is, lawn work is not something I have to do very much at the moment. The grass isn't really growing, the weeds are dying, so I'm able to kick back right now and just kind of let things be with the lawn. Don't have to do too much for it, which is nice, because during the summer maintaining it is a bitch and a half. All right, no worries, DK, no worries. Have fun with your lecture. Hopefully learn good things and take good notes. Appreciate it. No worries, Fly. No worries, no worries. We are all good, and we can just chill here together, do some hunting and general shenanigans, I guess. I don't know. 7 straight 6s. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, that was basically me for everything in college. Anything and everything. It was like, okay, do the homework, listen to the, you know, lectures to the best of my ability. Sometimes I could not pay attention to those boring lectures, and then rush to figure out everything right before the exam. I'd be wondering that every single day. Every single time we sit down to do this hunt, I'm just like, where is this pig? What is the holdup? Dang, that is unfortunate. Yeah, Soul Silver is just a great hunt to mix in with other hunts. It is just really just the pace and all the encounters. It just really it makes you feel good. That hunt makes you feel good. What you doing, little Leo? Where'd you go? Hey, buddy. What you doing? What you doing? You just waiting for Mama to come back so you have someone to lay with. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you there. I feel you there. Some days are better than others for the sanity department. Some days it's just kind of, I'm just chill, not really feeling any which way, just kind of going with the flow. There are some days where it's just like, good lord, I feel like I'm about to blow a gasket. I am ready for a shiny. I am ready for this pig. They're just it's just the reset. It's just the length of the reset. You just gotta spam so many buttons to get through this reset. Like even the opening menu, like cutscene and all that, I think there's more spamming you have to do in the opening menu than Soul Silver. Like getting through the opening menus of Soul Silver is just like 3 A presses and you're done. I feel like this one's like at least 7, 8 that you gotta like make sure you spam to really get through the whole opening menu. And then you still got to deal with all of Bianca's shenanigans. All of Bianca's unnecessary dribble. I'm also honestly just ready to hunt cooler Pokemon. Like, I love the Gen 5 starters. I am not a Gen 5 starter hater like a lot of people. I love Tepig. I love Shiny Emboar. I want to get it, but I gotta be honest. There's a lot of Pokemon out there that are a lot cooler than these starters, and I'm just ready to go. There's also a lot of Shinies that are better than these starters, and I'm ready to get moving on to those. I'm ready to hunt some like legendaries and some of my favorite Pokemon, which a lot of my favorite Pokemon I can probably reasonably achieve with Cute Charm Glitch, but still. I'm ready to go grab some of my top dogs. I was really hoping, I was trying not to say anything because I didn't want to jinx it, but I was like 76 would be such a cool number to get a shiny on. Yeah, definitely. It would. I mean, it'd be great to get it any time, but it's sometimes it'd just be, you know, if it's a just nice round whole even number, just a nice number with some nice character to it. Just make it even honestly though, the second it does shine, the actual like number is just going to become completely obsolete to me. It's just, who cares about what the number was? But in the moment, in the dredges of the hunt, your brain starts to think about stuff like that. Like, oh, this would be a cool kind of number to find it on. Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I do think on that Reddit page though, because I posted the shiny reaction video of me finding the Totodile on that Reddit page, and I don't know. I can kind of see maybe some people are just they don't like self promotion like that or posting. I feel because like I see people's like posts on there that get upvoted pretty well, and I feel like it might just be better for me just to be like, oh, I found it, and not like post the video about it. I feel like sometimes people might get weird and be like, oh, I don't want to go watch your YouTube video. I just want to see that you got it. So I might I think when we find this Tepig, I'm just going to post like the actual Tepig itself and not the video. Or at least I'm not going to make the whole post about it, about the video. I might include like the link to the video if people want to watch it, but I do feel like some people get weird about seeing stuff like that and get turned away. Be like, I don't want to watch your damn self-promotion. I swear this left DS always tricks me just a tiny little bit. Because of just, I don't know, something about the colors. It tricks me ever so slightly. I'm just like, is that shiny? But no, it is not. The star would be next to it and its number would be red. Yeah. Yeah, I always feel weird about posting stuff on like social media or Reddit and stuff like that with like video links, because like I don't know. I just don't know. With stuff like that. Like I don't want to be the person that's just like, hey, come watch my videos, please, please, please. But also it's like, it is also like just a good idea to try and promote yourself. So it's just it's a conflicting mindset for me, because like I just don't like bothering people. I don't like annoying people. I don't like being annoying. I like just keeping to myself and just not bugging people. Captain Marvelous, what up, what up? Yep, the games have begun. We are looking for our shinies. And we're gonna find them. Everyone in chat. I proclaim here right now, everyone in chat will have the greatest of shiny luck right now. All your shiny dreams will come true. Let's see. Am I feeling a call today? Am I feeling a call? I don't know. I think last stream I made a call, and then I think I had to end stream before we got there, or maybe I ended stream right as I got there. Don't remember, but I don't think I'm gonna make a call today. I'm just not feeling it. I'm just gonna let things go with the flow. I'm not gonna try and press anything. Very nice, very nice. Got some shinies in the go. I don't think when I played Pokemon Go, shinies were a thing yet. I only played Pokemon Go for like the first 2 months it was out, so wouldn't be shocking if shinies weren't a thing yet. Ooh, 2Wisp. What up, what up? How's it going? I don't think I've seen you around here before, but 80 hours for the wrong nature and ability. That is rough. That is rough. Were you trying to get a shiny with the correct nature and ability, or just like nature and ability? Regardless of shine or not. Shiny Mewtwo, wow. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. How do you get... Are Mewtwo's like raid boss? Is that what they're called? Raid bosses or something always? Do you have to like encounter a raid and it just happens to be shiny. Is that how that works? I don't think any of that stuff was a thing when I was playing Pokemon Go. It was just like, it was just all the little guys in the overworld. Nothing too big or crazy. You know, gyms, Pokestops. I gotcha. I don't know if I would enjoy getting back into Pokemon Go or not. I haven't really, it's probably not something I would put too much time into. I mean, Pokemon TCG Pocket, a lot of people are pouring a lot of time into, and I enjoy it, but I'm not wanting to spend any money on it to open the digital packs, and it's taken a long time to put together cards to make decks out of, and yeah, so I'm pretty casual with that, just opening 2 packs here or there. So I don't know if I'd really ever find time to play Pokemon Go much nowadays. Also, I rarely, most of the week, get out of my house. Most of the week I'm stuck at home due to work, and then just not wanting to go anywhere after work, so. Yeah, breeding mechanics are quite crazy, especially in the older games. Breeding for shinies and like all the correct natures and IVs and yeah, all that's some dedication back in the older days. Gens 3, 4, and 5 were like the Wild West breeding. That is just a lot of a lot of time put into getting a good Pokemon. Have I played the Digimon Fire Red ROM hack? No, I have not. I didn't know that was a thing, actually. Digimon Fire Red ROM hack. I'm gonna have to look into that. Do not, I don't recall ever hearing about that either. But there are a lot of ROM hacks out there, so it would not be, definitely not shocking at all for me not to know. I probably don't even know the tip of the iceberg of the ROM hacks. There are so many of them out there. I gotcha. I don't watch ROM hack YouTube videos that often. Like every so often I might watch the occasional like hardcore Nuzlocke recap videos of like, oh, I played this game, hardcore Nuzlocke, and it's very rare though, and they're generally like just difficulty ROMs. I never really watch many ROM hacks that are like brand new games, or I don't know how to say it. Gotcha. Yeah, I always forget I have Delta emulator on my phone. I just I started up a little playthrough of Pokemon Black or White, I don't remember which one it was. And I think I got to maybe Elisa? I really don't remember how far I got. Not that far, and then I haven't picked it up in a couple months. I kind of always forget I have it, and then when I do realize I have it, I'm just like, I'm good. I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to work on not getting caught in the TikTok doom scroll. That, unfortunately, it's just so difficult sometimes to not just end up on that app and just scrolling. Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of my social media as much as possible and just kind of take a step back. Try and get more I don't know what the words I'm looking for here is, but like recently I deleted all my Twitter accounts. So, you know, I had 3 of them. I had a personal one, and then I had 2 YouTube related ones, which my personal one and one of the YouTube related ones were accounts I'd had for like 10 years. And then the other one I made like 3 or 4 months ago for this YouTube channel. But then I was just like, I don't really like the state of Twitter right now. And also across my personal and YouTube Twitter accounts, all my followers were like, it was just dead accounts. Just like no one was active anymore. So I was just like, I'm just gonna delete all these. Just stop getting on here. And then deleted my Instagrams, deleted Facebook, deleted Threads. So really, all I have left is TikTok, and I got on Blue Sky, but I don't get on Blue Sky nearly as much as I was getting on Twitter, which it's probably because, like, I don't know, it's just so weird the way Twitter would just like draw you in with the negativity. It was not healthy. So I was like, I'm just going to get off of here and kind of take a step back. It's like, I like Blue Sky. It kind of feels like OG Twitter from 10 years ago, but I just don't feel the need to be on there like much. You know, I might get on there a couple of, you know, once, maybe twice a day for 5 minutes. TikTok is the one that I am trying. I need to work my way back off of that one in terms of how much I use it. There are some days are good, some days are bad. Some days it's like I don't get on it other than once for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, all right, we're good. And then there's some days I'm just like, oh shit, how did I log 5 hours of time on TikTok? What was I doing? I used to love Twitter. Twitter was something special back in like 2014. Like 2014, 2015 was a rather crazy time on Twitter for me, because back then in 2013, 2014, or 2014, 2015, I should say, was when I got like first into Pokemon content on YouTube, watching it and trying to make it myself, and ended up on Pokemon Twitter back in the day. And that was, Pokemon Twitter back in 2014, 2015, and 2016 was a mess. It was hilarious, but it was a mess. There was so much drama, so much beef. It was always something, but it wasn't toxic in the same way it is today. It was just like a lot of YouTube people just quarreling for whatever reason, or yeah. The big thing back then was graphics, GFX as they called it. So like the layouts of like the Let's Plays and the thumbnails and just like the general aesthetic of your like videos and your playthroughs, like, the way you would make your video look basically back then, with the like kind of how I have the background and the little like triangles, rectangles around my screens and stuff, people, especially like the bigger YouTubers, would have like really nice, well-made graphics for their series and stuff. And the big controversy back then was always like dittoing, as people called it, where someone would make some kind of graphic for some creator for either their own videos or someone else's, and then someone else would make graphics that are very similar, if not like the exact same. And then, there'd be some beef on Twitter of like, oh, this person's dittoing this other person for their graphics or their video idea or this, that, and the other. It was a lot of chaos, but I think it's because back then there were a lot of like high school, like 16 to like 20-year-olds in the space. Like, there were a lot of teenagers and like young adults in that in the space back then. So it was kind of like high school just on Twitter and related to Pokemon. But I made some, at least back then, I haven't talked to the people in a long time, but you know, for a good solid 2-3 years, like I had some pretty good friends in the Pokemon kind of YouTube space that I made through Twitter and like Skype and stuff. So there was a time where Twitter was not doom and gloom and just depressing to get on. It was actually kind of fun. But that time is long past. Most of those people that I followed back then that were active and that I was friends with, they're not active anymore. They haven't been in a long time, and everything just kind of became political and just rage bait, depressing. So it was like, all right, I think my time on Twitter has come to an end. I did not hear that about McDonald's. Took the smiley face off the Happy Meal. No, I did not hear that. I wonder why they would do that. Just the Happy Meal or like everything? They just, are they pivoting away from that smiley face for the logo? That is true. That is true. It is no longer a very happy meal. For mental health. Huh, that's interesting. Wouldn't seeing a smile, wouldn't you think that would help people? Like, not hurt people? Not that a box with a smile on it is really going to do much for anyone anyways, but like, it's positive because it's like it's a smile. Oh. Interesting. Ooh, man. Neck. Yeah, both those statements are true. Both those, because it was a while ago, but there was a lady that like sued McDonald's because a coffee burnt her tongue or something. And she like won the lawsuit because like nothing on the cup said like caution hot, even though it's like obviously you got a hot coffee, but she still managed to like win the lawsuit against them. And then yeah, it is kind of a shame how a lot of those restaurants went from their like colorful, fun, like 90s look to just gray metal boxes. The modern aesthetic has sapped the joy out of some of those places. I also thought I heard that with I don't know if you've ever noticed, but lately Red Bull, when in their ads and stuff, it no longer just says Red Bull gives you wings, like just WINGS. I thought I heard, never, I guess, looked into the legitimacy of it, but I heard that the reason why Red Bull changed their slogan from just Red Bull gives you wings, just plain, to Red Bull gives you wings, like they added like multiple S's onto the end of the word wings or something like that, was because someone sued them because Red Bull did not literally give them wings. I mean, like, it's kind of funny, and kudos. You almost got to give kudos to the person who came up with that. Like, well, I drank a Red Bull and I did not get wings, so like, it's kind of false advertising. Could I get some money out of it? It is like, okay, we don't need to be, lawsuit happy, but at the same time, it's kind of like when you see a little loophole like that where you can get some money out of it, just a little stupid slogan, it's almost like more power to you, you know? That's one of those things though that you hear about and then you think to yourself, man, why didn't I think of that? But that's just something that happens all the time. Like you hear about those products that take off and do so well, or like the businesses or this, that, and the other, and you just think, man, why didn't I think of that? It seems so obvious after the fact where you're just like, wow, how did I not think of that? How did I not come up with that idea? But yeah, like seeing the Red Bull gives you wings thing and being like, maybe there's an opportunity here. It's like, how did I not think of that? Now, granted, I think at the time when that happened, I was probably like in high school, not of age to really be thinking about suing someone like that, but still. That is true. That is true. Something would happen that would not work out in my favor. Oh, man. Good Lord, Tepig. Good Lord. When are we gonna get this together? When are we gonna get this together? Oh yeah, I would 100%, if it's an option, be like, no, I'm keeping that a secret for certain. I don't know the rules of my state. I don't play the lottery very often whatsoever, but yeah, I would 1000% be keeping that a secret. Would not catch me blasting my name out there, being like, "Oh yeah, I won all this money. Here's the ticket. Come and try and get me." Nah. I think if I won a serious, like, substantial amount of money, I would try and go off the grid for a while. Oh, there would certainly be signs, but you would not see my name plastered in the news. Which I think nowadays, with the way everything is, when you win the lottery, it should not even be an option. Like, or there should be always be an option, but I don't even think there should be an option to reveal yourself. I think you should 100% be kept anonymous, because like it's just dangerous. Like, especially if you win those crazy, hundreds of millions of dollars, Like, it is just dangerous to announce to the world that this person won that kind of money, because they are not going to be prepared to deal with the repercussions of having all that thrown on them immediately after winning that kind of money. I've actually thought about that before. You know, sometimes when you're just daydreaming or thinking about stuff before you go to bed, I think about how would I handle it if I won, you know, $500 million? Like, what would I do if I won that kind of money in the lottery? How would I handle that situation? Yeah, I'm always like, how would I handle the situation of winning that much money? Because I think a lot of people, their first instinct would be like, oh, I just won $500 million, immediately quit my job. Just like, immediately tell my job, okay, bye, I'm never coming back, see you later. But like, that's just a 100% way to like, because you generally know the area where people win the lottery are from, even if you don't know their names. So like, if your coworkers know where you live and it's announced that like, oh, someone in this area won the lottery, and you're immediately like, okay, I'm quitting my job, bye, never see you again. I feel like it's a pretty immediate way to just tell everyone like, hey, I just won the lottery. It's not a 100% way, because it just could be a convenient like, oh, you decided to quit your job the second someone in the area won the, you know, Mega Millions, but I feel like people would be suspicious. So it's like, how long would I wait to decide to quit my job? I think my first step, like the immediate first step for me, would be to buy like a nice house in a nice, secure neighborhood. Because like, I think the physical security would be the biggest thing, you know, when being thrust that kind of money out of nowhere. I think it'd be like, okay, I need to find somewhere to live that's in like, you know, an area where your neighbors are pretty well off as well, so they're not really going to be like the ones jumping down your throat trying to get the money. And then it's like gated, it's like, you know, security, you know. I think that would be my first step. Just like immediately go buy a house. And now I've never bought a house, so I don't know the process, but like if you could somehow like hide from the bank how much money you have, well, I don't think you could do that. I don't think I'd hire a realtor. Like, I think I'd just try and do everything myself. Like, again, just try and limit the number of people that know that you now have like the money to throw around for something like that. I mean, that's certainly fair. I'm kind of a paranoid person, so I just feel like I'd be scared that somehow it would leak. Because in this day and age, like, I feel like no secret, no information is like super safe. So I'd be paranoid that like, if I stayed living in the area I'm in and it eventually leaked, then it's like, you know, safety and security compromised. Certainly, yeah, getting an accountant, getting like a money manager or something like that would be a very good idea. And then not only physical security, like I feel like you would have to be pretty I don't know how like high secure, I don't know if there's anything like high security bank accounts or anything like that. I'm sure people who have just the most insane amounts of money have pretty crazy high security like bank accounts. You know, I know you'd probably want to figure that out pretty quickly, like where can I put this money that it's like secure and safe. How can I really fortify my like online presence, you know, my passwords and my, you know, just online security to limit the potential of like hackers or, you know, anything like that. Nefarious people trying to commit crimes to get you monies. I certainly would not be telling anyone other than like, you know, my fiance, like, you know, Emily, if I won, I would tell her, be like, okay, we got to work this all out now, but we're not telling anyone until we got this, like, until we got this all squared away. We're all 100% set and stable and figured out what we're doing, how we're approaching all this. I'm not telling a soul. Shoot, I think for me to even tell her, I would like drive us to the middle of nowhere so that like there's not even a chance of someone being around to hear me. Oh, excuse me. Goodness. What you rocking with in Fire Red? It'll be interesting to play that again. I don't think I actually 100% have to play Fire. Well, actually, I do. Because what are the... How do you get Kanto starters in these gens 3, 4, and 5? Obviously, you can get the Kanto starters through Fire Red, Leaf Green. You don't get... I think you get a Kanto starter for being like the whole game in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. So like, that's kind of a way to get the Kanto starters without playing through Fire Red, Leaf Green. But you only get one of them, so you'd have to play through the game like 3 times, which would be kind of annoying. But then again, it's also annoying having to beat the entirety of Fire Red and Leaf Green in order to transfer your Pokemon up or trade them and all that. Yeah, certainly. I mean, certainly be noble to give away a whole bunch of money, because you 100% don't need it all, depending on how much you win. Charmeleon, Pidgeotto, Pikachu, Nidorina, Gloom, Gyarados. Nice, solid. As much as I actually am kind of a Vileplume fan. For some reason, honestly, not entirely sure why I'm a fan of Vileplume. Because I've never used one. I don't think I've ever really used one in a playthrough before. But I just kind of like Vileplume. I don't know. I like its design. I think it's like basic, but I like it. I think it's kind of cool. And then I feel like I've definitely used a Nido King in a playthrough before, but have I ever used a Nido Queen? I don't remember. I probably have. Oh, is that a little baby boy? Are you coming in here to say hello? What's up, buddy? Well, your little tail is just a going, your little helicopter tail. You getting bored out there? Mom not coming home soon enough. Okay, okay. I don't know. I don't think I ever really do the in-game trades. I think the only in-game trade I can remember like really doing is in it probably is in Heart Gold Soul Silver, but in Gold, Silver, and Crystal you can trade a Bellsprout for an Onyx in Violet City. I know I've done that before, but other than that, I can't remember really ever doing in-game trades for like an actual party member to use. I'm sure I've like done the in-game trade to get like Farfetch'd and Kanto, you know, in the... Is it Vermilion? Is that the city where Lieutenant Surge is? Vermilion City? But that's mainly for like Pokedex completion, because like that's the only Farfetch'd in at least the original Red, Blue, Yellow. I don't remember if they made Farfetch more available in Fire Red, Leaf Green, or they just kept it as the singular, which I always thought that was interesting. Like in the original Red, Blue, Yellow, the only way to get a Farfetch'd, at least I can remember, the only way to get a Farfetch'd in the game is through an in-game trade. And so it kind of begs the question, like, if that's the only Farfetch'd the entire game for me to get, where did this kid get it? Like, now maybe Farfetch'd is available in the game corner or something, I don't remember, but I thought it was only available in that trade. And it begs the question, how did you get this Farfetch'd if it's not available to be caught in the wild? Where did you get it from? And then this, you can catch wild Mr. Mime in Red, Blue, Yellow, right? It's not just that trade. I really don't remember. I feel like you've got to be able to catch wild Mr. Mime somewhere. I gotta look this up. Am I correct? Is Farfetch'd only available in that trade? I need to know. Farfetch'd. Let's see. Bulbapedia. Tell me something cool. Where is the... Oh, did I pass it already? Yes. Okay, so actually it is just Red and Blue where it's trade only. So in Red and Blue, it is a trade a Spearow in Vermilion City. In Japanese Blue, it's trade Pidgey in Vermilion City. But in Yellow, Farfetch'd is available in routes 12 and 13. So in Yellow, it is more readily available than just the trade. But in the original Red and Blue, the only Farfetch'd in the game is that one singular in-game trade, which is kind of crazy. Because again, I beg the question, where does that person in the original Red and Blue get the Farfetch'd from if it's only available through that trade? That makes Farfetch'd a pretty rare Pokemon by Gen 1 standards. And yet, it is not very good. Oh, and shoot, in Fire Red and Leaf Green, it's also only available as a trade. They did not change it for the remakes. It is still the only one in the game in that in-game trade. How interesting. Like, I find stuff like that interesting because obviously it makes sense from like a game design point of view, because they're trying to encourage you to do the in-game trades. You know, don't just ignore them, actually do them, because you need to do it to complete the Pokedex. But in world building, it then begs the question, Is Farfetch'd a legendary? Why is there only one? And where did this kid get it from? Maybe it's maybe Farfetch'd is native to Johto, and because it is available to catch in gold, silver, and crystal, so maybe Farfetch'd is just available in Johto, and that one kid just happened to grab one somehow and brought it over to Kanto, and we just didn't know until they came out with this second generation. There's a shadow Farfetch'd in XD Yellow Darkness. That's interesting. Shadow Farfetch'd. Oh. My little buddy left me and I didn't even notice. He's no longer here. Nice, nice. That is that's a long game to complete. That is a long game to complete, which I guess I'm going to have to do that twice, because I'm going to need to complete Soul Silver and Heart Gold in order to do this whole Shiny Living Dex. I might have to complete it 4 times, to be honest, because I could Shiny Hunt for Kyogre and Groudon in Ruby and Sapphire, which I very much might still do, because I have Japanese copies and English copies of both Ruby and Sapphire. So I could Shiny Hunt for them in those games, but you can also get Kyogre and Groudon in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, so I might also hunt for them in that game. I'm not really sure, because there are a lot of legendaries in Heart Gold, Soul Silver that you can hunt for that kind of eliminate the need for you to do Gen 3, because you can also get the birds in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, so you don't have to do the shiny hunting for the birds in Gen 1, or Gen 3 I should say, Fire Red, Leaf Green. But it also would just be cool to actually do the... It would be kind of cool just to do the hunts in their like original generations as much as possible. So like doing the Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza in Ruby Sapphire. I don't think I'll be able to do it in Emerald. I'm pretty sure Emerald is the one that has the like messed up RNG whatever, so that it's really weird to soft reset shiny hunt things, but I think Ruby and Sapphire are fine. Oh, there was Leo. Where was he? Leo, what were you doing, buddy? I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if he was in the bathroom or something, messing with something. But then, like, Pokemon like the Reggies, you know, I could hunt them in the original Generation 3. I could hunt them in Generation 4, I'm pretty sure, but I will be doing the Reggie hunts in these games, Black 2, White 2, just because I can get the Shiny Charm in these games to make hunting those Reggies easier. Now, to get the Shiny Charm, I have to get the Reggies first, so I will have to get the Reggies in some way, whether it's through Generation 3 or another method, and then transferring them up to this game. That's going to be a whole fun process to figure out, and as soon as I get this Shiny Tepig, I'm going to be booking it through this game as quick as possible to just beat the game, try and catch as much of the Unova Dex as I can. Well, I guess, no, not just the Unova Dex. There are a lot of non-Generation 5 Pokemon in these games. But I'm going to try and complete as much of the Pokemon, as much as the Pokedex in these games as I can, like as quickly as possible. and then start working on trading or catching a bunch of Pokemon from older generations I need to transfer up to this one so I can eventually complete the shiny decks, or the national decks, I should say. Because for me to start doing the egg hatching hunts in this game, as well as any legendary like soft reset hunts, I want the shiny charm. So, oh, we all good. We're good. Yeah, that is certainly going to be a really, really big pain in the ass, is trading up all the Pokemon I have to these games. Probably what I'll do once we get this Tepig is I'll be like completing the game and completing the Pokedex as much as possible within this game, like in the background. And then I'll probably really start jumping into like catching as many shinies as possible in Platinum with the Cute Charm glitch. That way, like, I can transfer up a bunch of Pokemon from Platinum that are already shiny, so it's like I not only have them for the national decks to get the shiny charm in these games, I then also just have them for the shiny living decks in these games. So that'll probably be what happens once we find the Tepig. I'll start going a lot harder on the Platinum Cute Charm hunts, because I was doing that a good bit to start off with this whole streaming journey, but I haven't really been committing to the Platinum Cute Charm stuff for a minute. Mainly because I just want to get this dang Tepig already. Although I do need to find a new Friday hunt to go for, because the Heart Gold Soul Silver starters were kind of like, they were kind of like my go-to de facto Friday shiny hunt. You know, I would do a little bit of other stuff here there, like the Magikarp, but now that we found that shiny Totodile, I think I know what I want to do for my next hunt for like the Friday stuff, but I'm not entirely 100% certain. But I think I have a good idea of what I'll start doing on Fridays. Although, once again, unfortunately, you know, this past Friday I was not able to stream because I was out of town. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to stream this coming Friday because of family plans. You know, a lot of families to appease this time of year with holidays and the like. So once again, we'll be busy this weekend, not able to stream on Friday nights. So, and then I think the next weekend I also won't be available to stream on Friday night either because of, again, holiday plans. So it'll be a few weeks before we actually get back to our regularly scheduled Friday streams. Let's see. What are we? We're at 77.56. Got anything here? What do you know? That would be a negative. Because let's see. Over the weekend, I finally finalized the last legendary from Generation 4 that I was trying to get in position for to hunt. You know, I'd gotten us into position to hunt for Giratina and Palkia, and I can get us into position pretty quickly to hunt for Arceus too. But over the weekend, I finally got us into position to hunt for Dialga as well. So I have Japanese Platinum with Giratina up and loaded. I have English Pearl with Palkia up and loaded. I now have Japanese Diamond up and loaded with Dialga. And then I just need to get my English version of Platinum and Azure Flute so I can go hunt Arceus as well. You're gonna try and get a Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance for your birthday? So you're saying? I want to pick up a Game Boy Color. I unfortunately do not have one. I have a classic Game Boy, which I think is in my closet over there. I don't think I actually have the classic Game Boy out here available to me right now. I don't know if it actually works. I haven't tested it in a while, but yeah, I have a classic, big old fat original Game Boy. Don't have a Game Boy Color, unfortunately. I have a Game Boy Advance sitting back here. It's right there. You can't really see it, but it's back on this bookshelf. Got a Game Boy Advance. Then I got my handy dandy SP up here with me. Got some original DS's up here. I got my DS Lites that we're doing this one right now. So yeah, I really just need I want to grab a Game Boy Color and a Game Boy Micro. I feel like those are the two Game Boys that I still kind of need. I don't have. I always wanted a Micro growing up, but I never got one. And then I've yet to pick one up in my older age while I actually have the money for it. You want it modded. What kind of mods are you looking for that? Just like a backlight, like a screen light mod so that you can see the screen better, or a little bit extra to it, like a custom shell or something. I have looked into those occasionally on eBay, like a cool custom shell for a Game Boy Color, maybe a rechargeable like battery put into it, and then kind of a backlit screen. But I've not not committed to getting one. LED screen and custom shell. Nice. What kind of custom shell are you looking for? Like a clear one or a special design on it, certain color? I do think the clear ones are kind of cool, like a clear with a little bit of colored tint to it. I think that's pretty neat. But also, I've seen some like custom Pokemon shelled Game Boy Colors. That'd be pretty cool. But then I'm also kind of just a sucker for the original colors that they had for the Game Boys. Game Boy Colors, at least. I just think they're really really neat. I probably want to pick up a lime green one. I'm not a green person whatsoever. Green is not one of my colors at all, but my original Game Boy Color was the kiwi green, so I kind of want to pick one up just to kind of have my, it's not going to be obviously my exact childhood Game Boy Color, but it'll basically be the same thing, give me the little, oh goodness, nostalgia for my original GBC. I don't remember what color my Game Boy Advance was. Oh, see-through purple and teal. That's really cool as well. I really like the way that one looks. I really don't remember. I think my original Game Boy Advance might have been the kind of like indigo blue. I feel like that was the classic like basic color for the Game Boy Advance, was the purplish blue color that they had. Maybe it was silver. I really do not remember whatsoever. And then obviously this is my original Game Boy Advance SP. I did not get rid of that, so I do know it was red. I never had the original fat Nintendo DS, but I did have the red and black Nintendo DS. Was my OG Nintendo DS. GBA was purple one, SP was platinum. Nice. I remember my sister, so I got the like first model of the Game Boy Advance SP, the red one, and then I think like a year later my sister wanted one, so she got this like teal baby blue one. I think I remember it had like a better backlit screen though, or something. Like the backlight in the screen was better. So I remember sometimes playing hers instead because you could like see the screen a little bit better. Even though the SP also had a backlight. I mean, my SP, you know, had a backlight. It just wasn't as strong. So I guess they updated it in the year between me getting one and her getting one. And then what else? What else? Actually, I do have my childhood GameCube. I have that in my closet as well. I have not. I tried getting the cords and everything. I tried doing what I could to get that GameCube up and running, but maybe I need a memory card or something. I tried plugging it into a TV one time and like I can't remember if it wouldn't power on or if it wouldn't come on the TV or something. I don't know. I had like issues with it, so I need to sit down and figure that out one day so I can actually play my OG GameCube. That'd be pretty cool. Plus, I would kind of like to try a shiny hunt for this living dex using Pokemon Coliseum and the GameCube. That'd be pretty fun. But I gotta get my GameCube working first because, yeah, I don't know if it's just not having a memory card or what. Which I actually... oh, no way. I think I bought a GameCube memory card. I thought it was over here on my... I must have moved it. I did buy I did recently buy this link cable, like 4-player link cable for, you know, the Game Boy Advance and SP. That's just been... I haven't even opened it yet, but I did buy that recently. So that I could trade between my Game Boy Advance games. Oh man, goodness, swallowed air wrong. That really sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know why people are the way they are. Why people out there stealing Game Boys, and I guess I don't know how young you were or who took it, how that happened. I gotta be honest, I do remember in kindergarten, and you know, 5-year-old me, I was 5, remember that. I took some kid's Jolteon toy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It was nap time. He had a little cool Jolteon like toy that he brought to school. He fell asleep. I was right next to him. I did take it. I feel bad. I still feel bad about it. You know, 23 years later, I have not forgotten, but it was a cool toy. No, I definitely do not condone taking other people's stuff. I was 5. It was just honestly something I'd forgotten about until now. I don't know if I ever stole any cards. I don't think I did. I mostly did card stuff with my friends, so like we traded things. I don't think I ever would have had a need to steal someone's card. And then I guess I mean I guess kind of so it's not the DSs I'm using right here. One of my Nintendo DS Lites that I have, my, you know, best friend from high school who I roomed with in college, he lent me his Nintendo DS when we were in high school, and I had it with me all the way through high school into college. While we lived together during college, like he knew I had his DS, but he never asked for it back. We had a falling out, and then it just never got back to him, so I still have it. So I wouldn't consider that stealing. You know, he knew I had it. He could have asked for it back anytime. It was literally in our room together. He could have been like, hey, mind if I have that back? I've been like, here you go. Sure, have it. But he never did, so technically he gave it to me. Ooh, stealing someone's Rayquaza card. Now that's devious. What if that was that? There's no way. But was it a Rayquaza Gold Star? I don't know how old you are. Maybe not old enough for that. But you steal the right Rayquaza card. That is worth some money. Shiny Celebi, what up? What up? How's it going? Haven't seen you in a second. Hey, Axel, is it, or is it Axolute? I swear I'm not a heathen. I swear to you. Not a heathen. I was 5. I just happened to take some kid's Jolteon toy because it was cool. I swear that's the last time I ever stole anything that I remember. I might have had to give it back. I really don't remember. My mom might have been like, "Where'd you get this?" And I told her. She might have made me give it back to him. I don't. It was over 20 years ago. I really don't remember. Okay, around 2010 EX. Shoot, I feel like the karma's already coming back to me anyways. I'm about to hit, well, I guess not, I'm not about to. We're over 4 months into this hunt, and I am still stuck here without a shiny pig, so I feel like the karma's definitely got me back. Oh. Are y'all excited that Mama's home? Yeah, so excited. Right, or buddy. You being loud. All right. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, we got a double female encounter. Always celebrating the double 12.5% encounter because it is the rarest thing we have happen in this Tepig hunt. Getting 2 females at the same time. Am I into the TCG? A little bit. I'm slightly into the cards. I might collect them a little bit. I might dabble in them. And by dabble, I might mean I spend way too much money on them. Let's see. Well, okay, I mean that's fair. You gotta get your get back. Any graded? Yeah, I'm not a huge graded person, but I do have a few. So I mostly collect raw cards, but I do have I do have a few graded stuff that I keep on me. So I got a CGC Pristine 10. You know what? We're gonna take a tiny little detour away from the shiny hunting for a second. Got this shiny Jirachi. It's in Japanese, CGC Pristine 10. Unfortunately, there is a bit of a glare on it, but that's a pretty sweet card. Like that one. We got Shiny Celebi, again, CGC Pristine 10, Japanese. I just recently picked this one up. I thought this was pretty cool. We got a Japanese promo Metagross. Again, if I can get it to focus. PSA 10. So, I think the Japanese cards from the black and white era look really cool with the hollow blue border to it. It's pretty sweet. And then got this English Full Art Dragonite EX from Evolutions, another PSA 10. Got a Korean Evolving Skies Dragonite Alt Art. Again, really sweet card. Need to get one of these in English. And then Japanese Light Dragonite PSA 10. My favorite card of all time is this one right here. Light Dragonite from Neo Destiny. I do have a couple other graded cards, but they're not really of any note. Those are like the best ones I have for graded. Let's see, where was I? You only even graded. Oh, accidentally went into the nicknaming. Got a Orange Islands. That's pretty cool. I really like the Bandai old whatchamacallit, stickers and stamps and stuff. I do have a couple of, I have some stuff like that. I don't have any graded. I do have this sealed pack of Japanese. Oop, smacked the microphone a little bit. Guess I'll go back to the full screen. I do have this sealed pack of Japanese like stickers, stamps, something like that. I think it's from the early 90s. I'm pretty sure it is. I can't remember what branding it is. I bought this forever ago, so I kind of forgot a lot about it, but it's pretty cool. I bought it because it has Dragonite on it. Dragonite's my favorite Pokemon for anyone new here. Can't tell. Got a lot of Dragonite stuff, so. And then I do have a whole bunch of Dragonite stickers around somewhere, but I don't remember where they are. They're somewhere amongst all the chaos in here. And yeah, not really a huge graded card person. I tried doing it for a little while back in like 2021 with CGC, but I just prefer collecting, whatchamacallit, raw cards. But I do occasionally run across stuff on the interwebs and I'm like, you know what, that's a pretty cool graded card. I'll pick that up. Do I have anything else? I don't think I have anything else around me at the moment, really. I used to have some older kind of Japanese cards up here on my desk, but they are in the back now. I've always been kind of more of a CGC person. I know PSA has always been like the way to go, but I just like the look of CGC slabs better. I like the way they feel. People are always like critical of the label. I never had any problem with the label. The blue one was always fine. I think the new labels look pretty good. And honestly, I kind of like that CGC cards are worth less than PSA ones. Because like, I care more about the card than the like grade itself. You know, if you get a CGC pristine 10 for cheaper than a PSA 10, I'll take that all day. I will take that 100% of the time. I more care about value than quality, really. Most of the cards I picked up, that I pick up, like my raw collection, they're like light play, mod play. I very rarely pick up near mint cards unless they're super cheap. I guess I can Okay, so I'm not really sure why I said that. So the graded cards that I showed y'all, those actually aren't my best graded cards. I'm not really sure. I forgot about these two that I had up there. They're not up on display, but these two are definitely my best graded cards that I have. So I have this CGC Gem Mint 10 Lugia from Neo Genesis, Japanese. It'll ever want to focus. It's not a pristine 10, unfortunately. It's just the regular Gem Mint, but still, this card is beautiful. Just gorgeous. I mean, look at the holo. It is just a pretty card. So, got that. That's pretty sweet. And then, this is by far probably the biggest graded card that I have. Not even probably. It definitely is. It is English Espeon from Aquapolis, Gem Mint 10 from CGC. So yeah, this is by far the best graded card I have in my collection. I don't know how I forgot I have these things up there. So this one's really sweet. And Espeon's one of my favorite Pokemon, so. Oh, no worries. I love talking about Pokemon cards. Like, I love talking about Pokemon cards. I do not mind whatsoever. And then, I guess I also have all of these Dragonite. I eventually want to have every grade from PSA for Light Dragonite in Japanese. So I have a 9, I have a 6, and I have a 5 as well. So I also have these that are up there hanging out. Sylveon is is good thing you bring up Sylveon, because there we go. We got a Japanese alt art Sylveon Gem Mint 10 from CGC. Again, whoever wants to focus. So this is a pretty sweet card. I love this. Pretty nice. Nice little alt art. And then one final card I will show off is this Rainbow Sceptile GX from Lost Thunder in a Gem Mint 10. I think this one's pretty sweet. It's not the craziest, like the most expensive card in the world, but I just bought this out of a binder at a random card shop and sent it off for grading, and it came back a CGC 10. So I was like, I'll take it. Although what's even crazier is this Espeon. I bought this Espeon back in 2020 from just a random card shop and out of a binder, and it somehow got a 10. Like super clean copy of a card that was just in a binder, just not even really protected whatsoever. Okay. Yeah, the Espeon's e-reader. So it's from Aquapolis, from the e-reader era. And then let's see. That's really all I got on me at the moment. I unfortunately last year did sell. I had the alt art Sylveon and Gardevoir from Unified Mind Team Up. I really don't remember. I had the alt art Gardevoir and Sylveon in a CGC Gem Mint 10 that I sold online last year. So that was probably, well, no, it was one of the bigger graded cards I had, but unfortunately decided to sell it. In hindsight, I wish I hadn't, because I pulled that card myself. It wasn't like some card I bought. I actually pulled it. I don't think about it too much anymore, but I used to think about it a lot. I sold a lot of cards in 2021 that I wish I hadn't, because yeah, I pulled a lot of cool things. I was opening a lot of stuff back then, and I ended up selling a lot to kind of make up for how much I was buying to open. I was selling most everything that I was pulling, and I kind of wish I hadn't. A little bit of regret there, but what can you do? Yeah, I really want to get an e-reader and test them out with the Pokemon cards. I think it would be super cool. Because back in the day, I did not have an e-reader. I never used one. I don't know how all that works out, but it looks like it'd be something super cool to mess around with. But yeah, I've had a number of Charizards over the years that I've gotten rid of that I unfortunately, that I wish I could get back. The number one card I regret selling was the Arceus Dialga Palkia Tag Team Alt Art from Cosmic Eclipse. I pulled that card. I should have kept it. I have no clue why I decided to sell it. Because it's like, it's probably up there as one of the top 3 best Pokemon cards I've ever pulled. And I decided to freaking sell it for some reason. No clue why. It was, yeah, such a dumb idea, especially because I sold it for like $70. That card's like 250 bucks now. So even if I wanted it back, I'm just losing like, it's almost, it's over 3x in value since I sold mine. And so it's just like a real feels bad moment. It's like, not only did I pull it, but now I can't even really get it back because it's so expensive. But, you know, sometimes you just got to make stupid mistakes so that you learn moving forward. Unfortunately, I didn't totally learn because I still ended up selling a number of cards that were really cool that I kind of wish I could have back. But there were a couple times in the last few years where I needed money, so I kind of had to sell some stuff. But, you know, it is what it is. I'll get it back eventually. I will be back. I'll be back one day, and I still have plenty of cards. I'm certainly not hurting for cards at the moment. There's just a couple that I kind of wish I had not gotten rid of. Oh, I completely forgot I have this card still sitting up here by me. This graded card. Forgot I have this. I'm actually planning on someday, I don't know when, making a YouTube video, and in that video I'm going to give away this PSA 10 Shiny Lucario full art. I forgot I had this thing sitting up here by my monitors, but one day I'm going to sit down and commit to making this video, and I'll be giving this card away as part of the video, so look out for that, I guess, if you're interested. I've been telling myself for like 6 months now that I'm going to make that video and do that, but I have I have not committed to actually just sitting down and doing the video concept. I really like streaming. I really enjoy it. Making videos I also do enjoy, but I'm like more lazy about that. Like I can get myself to sit down and like stream for a few hours, but for some reason sitting down and like recording and editing, even if it's the same time commitment, is just like harder for me to get myself to do for some reason. I'll like come up with these video ideas and then just sit on them forever or not even make them. Let's see, we are closing on in to 78, and we got another double female. There we go. We locking in with the 12.5%. Oh, Leo, are you back, buddy? Are you back to say hello? You wanna say hi? You want to say hello? Oh, you want to do a reset? You want to check out a Tepig? Oh, all right, you just want to lick me? Okay, good lord. Try and get this going. What do you think? You got anything to say to the people? Nope. You're just curious? Okay, and he's like, put me down. All right, there you go. Slobber on me. Goodness. Axel, I goodness, it tripped on my own tongue right there. I appreciate that, I really do. Thanks for dropping on in. And always appreciative of someone giving me a reason to talk about Pokemon cards. Always appreciative of that. So yeah, see you next time. Man, I think I need to get some water. My mouth's getting dry. I'm stumbling over my own tongue. Let's see, we got anything here? We are... Yeah, nope. What do you know? Nothing there. Did I just add double encounters? Like, did I add it and then add it again? I feel like I did. I feel like I accidentally clicked the button twice. So I don't think I need to add encounters for this reset here. I always add it after the encounter, so I don't know why I clicked it first and then reset. Because then my body was like, okay, now let's go press the reset button. So we I don't think I need to take a break. I'll just go grab some water and then come right back. But we are getting a little bit closer to the end of the stream. I might be able to get out another like 50 encounters here and get us to 7850, but you know, we might have like 40, like about 40 more minutes left in the stream. A little bit under an hour, not quite. An hour or so left. Well, after these, I told myself not... Okay, I'm not doing a... not adding the resets on this one right here. You gotta remember. But when I actually get to 7,800, I'll take a quick little break to go grab some water. Yeah, I can really tell I need it. My mouth, yeah, I can't speak right now. When my mouth gets dry, I really start to triple my words. Yes, do not click the reset button this time. I do not need to do it. You gotta remember. Gotta remember. Goodness. I can use my middle finger over here on the right. Pointer finger just got a little, oh, gotta actually check the Pokemon first. Yet again, nothing. Yet again, nothing. All right, don't press the button. It has gotten so second nature for me to just go over and click my mouse to increase the counter. It is so, it's honestly really hard to stop myself from doing it. Like, it's so much, it's just muscle memory at this point. Come on now. Unova Route 10. Which one is that? I can never remember Unova's routes. I can always remember up until like Route 4. I know, you know, routes 1 to 4 up until like Nimbasa. I always forget after that. Somebody use what, Route 5's after that, right? Which one is Route 10? I cannot remember. Is that the one after Icarus City? Do not remember. Alright, so unfortunately, what do you know? Tepig is not shining for us. We keep getting females though. We have run into a lot of female Tepigs on these last few resets, but we're at 7,800 right now, so I'm gonna go grab a little quick refill of water, and I will be right back. All right. I am back. All right, let's try and knock out a good like 50 more resets. See if we can get that going. Get us to 7850, and so that hopefully, presumably on Wednesday, we can get to good old 8,000 encounters, assuming Tepig does not want to shine for us. Only hope that does not happen, but yeah, it certainly is starting to feel like this hunt is going to odds, if not over. I will be quite surprised if we get this little Tepig anytime soon. My optimism that I've been carrying for the last 4 or so months is starting to run a little dry. I'm not gonna lie, it is starting to run a little dry. It is starting to feel like one of those hunts that you're going to be in for the long haul. Like 4 months isn't long enough to be hunting for one singular shiny Pokemon, but it is what it is. Is what it is. I was really hoping I could somehow like sweet talk Tepig into shining right there. Kind of prove me wrong, be like, nah, screw you, be shining right now. That's what I was starting to think. I was starting to think that that actually, it might have been just this morning I started to contemplate that, where I was like, if I hit odds, do I want to take a break on the Tepig and go do something else and come back? I might, we'll see. Because I'm pretty excited about trying to get the whole Dialga versus Palkia versus Giratina versus Arceus thing going. I think that'd be a really cool hunt, trying to do all 4 at the same time, seeing which one of the, you know, gods of the Pokemon world want to shine first. So I do kind of, which I'm thinking, well, I don't know. Maybe that could turn into the like #1 thing that we hunt for, the like thing we do on Monday and Wednesday. And maybe we just turn Tepig in like the Friday stream only. Or possibly do something else. I really don't know. All stuff I gotta figure out. And then I don't know, it's part of me wants to try, once we get Tepig to odds, see if I can test my luck with another one of the starters. You know, we get Tepig all the way up to odds, maybe try Oshawott, see what happens. Eventually come back to Tepig, maybe. I don't want to give up on the Tepig reset hunt though, because I mean, if I did go through and like change the Oshawott and get one, I don't know, maybe not. And then with the like new setup that I'm trying to hopefully get implemented at some point in the next 2 months, I mean, if I can get more than just 2 of these consoles going at one time for the Tepig, yeah, it would either be 3 or 4, probably 4. Although right now I only have 3 of these games. I mean, I guess I could technically do black 2, white 2, and black and white, but all in Japanese. I could do that because I have a Japanese copy of black and white and black 2, white 2. So like, I could technically do a 4-way Tepig hunt, but it's just across the 2 different games instead of a richer. So yeah, I mean, they're the normal odds for like the old games. So the odds in this is 1 in 8,192. So the normal odds now are half that, but yeah, these are the normal odds for like the older games. I just hit my camera. Oh, so I guess I should mention my plan with doing 4 DSs for the hunts is that I'm going to have a singular controller controlling all 4 of the DSs. Because I have figured out that that is a thing that you can do. And obviously, yeah, trying to control 4 DSs with both my hands and go back and forth and do all the resets would be tough. But yeah, I'm trying to get a setup where I have the 4 DSs that have capture cards in them, and then I have a singular controller that controls all 4 of the DSs. But that's always just an option, because if I wanted to do a 4-way hunt for Tepig like this with, you know, the capture cards and controllers, I would need 4 games, and I only have 3 of Black 2 and White 2. I have the 2 Japanese, I have Black 2 and White 2 in Japanese, and then I have my English copy of Black 2 over here. And it's like I could pick up an English copy of White 2 just to complete the quartet and, you know, make the hunt all around, you know, even, but this is just an expensive game. Black 2 and White 2 are just expensive games, and I'm just very lucky and thankful to have already had Black 2 from back in high school. Because yeah, trying to buy both Black 2 and White 2 nowadays, I mean, it's running you like $300, which is ridiculous. So just getting White 2 alone is going to cost me a pretty penny. I'm not looking forward to that, but I got to do it eventually. I mean, I can't proclaim these as my favorite Pokemon games and then not have both of them. Oh, man. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, I was so on the Pokemon card train that I didn't even think about the games. Like, I did not consider collecting and buying more Pokemon games until like in the last year. For the last, the 3 years before that, it was all Pokemon cards. That was it. I gave no thought to collecting any of the games until recently. I guess I wouldn't say no thought. I was like kind of buying some games here there because like 3-4 years ago, GameStop would still randomly have like Nintendo DS games for sale, like used games. So back in like 2020, I did pick up my copy of Soul Silver I have now. I got from GameStop. I got a copy of White from GameStop, Pearl, Alpha Sapphire, and X. So I guess I was picking up some games here or there during my Pokemon card like purchasing, but they weren't like a priority. I was really only buying them when I happened to find them. I wasn't going out of my way looking for them. And then I really stopped buying any of the games for like 3 years until I started doing this whole project here. Tell you what, I'm not looking forward to getting is probably the whatchamacallit, not XD, Coliseum bonus disc. That is probably going to be the most expensive thing I have to pick up, if not just Coliseum itself. I have not gotten the Snivy or Oshawott yet. I've been doing this for 4 months though, so it's not really just starting, but yeah, this is the first starter hunt I have done for Black 2, White 2 so far. All the other shinies up here, the 56 out of 649, those have all come out of Platinum, and 2 have come out of Soul Silver. But so far have not gotten anything out of Black 2, White 2. No, that's kind of good to know. Yeah, I'm just really glad I don't have to buy like Emerald. I already have Emeralds. That's very nice to already have on me. Like I said, already having 1 copy of Black 2 was really useful. And then I already had Platinum, which is really nice. And then already had Crystal, which, hey, I think Crystal is kind of up there as a more expensive game. Already had Yellow, but I don't think Yellow really is that expensive. Well, don't put off the GBA games for too long. They, other than Ruby and Sapphire, they are pretty expensive. Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Emerald are pretty pricey. Ruby and Sapphire aren't terrible. What shiny I got for Black 2 was a Shinchino shiny. Really? You got a shiny in the intro cutscene? That nice. I don't know if I've ever heard of that happening, but that's pretty sweet. I mean, I guess before I started this whole Shiny Living Dex thing with this right here, I really I think the only shiny I've ever actually gotten out of these games before, which was way back in the day, was the shiny Gibble you get for completing Black Tower in Black 2. So I've never hunted. I've never gotten a like fully, odds hunted shiny in these games before, but I did get that gift shiny from Benga way back in the day. Obviously, I either reset over that save file and just completely lost that shiny Gibble, or maybe I transferred it up to other games and still have it, maybe. I honestly don't remember. Knowing me, I probably reset over it. I'm not sure. I guess I could always check my copy of Omega Ruby wherever it is, because I'm pretty sure all my shinies that I hunted way back in the day in Gen 6 are still in there. And maybe some of those other ones, like the shiny Garchomp. I think I eventually got it to a Garchomp that Benga would have gave you as a Gibble. Yeah, same. The only real shiny hunting I ever did was back when like X and Y and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire first came out. I did like Friend Safari hunting, Masuda Method hunting, and Dex Nav. So I've only ever, before this, I only ever did like lower odds hunting. This whole experience with this Shiny Living Dex is my first real dive into the full odds from way back in the day. I guess there's that one time I did Soul Silver resets for a starter back in like 2021, where I got a Chikorita. It's Bayleaf now, so one of the, I always do the wrong hand. One of the Pokemon we have up there for our total is not one I actually got during this Shiny Living Dex journey. It's one I already had in Soul Silver. I traded off that Bayleaf to my copy of Platinum so I could reset it and do the shiny reset hunt for Totodile that we ended up getting. I had the shiny Gyarados already on that copy with the Bayleaf. I could have traded that Gyarados over and just already been like, okay, I got a shiny Gyarados, we're good, but I don't know, I figured it's just such an easy shiny to get no matter what anyways, and I have 8 shiny Magikarps at the moment, so not really hurting to find a shiny Gyarados. So I just decided to let that shiny Gyarados perish with the save file when I reset it. And while it would be less efficient to do the shiny hunts in Generation 3 and 4 for the starters, I kind of want to, well, I guess you would have to do it in Diamond and Pearl for this to happen, but I kind of want to do the shiny resets for Mudkip, Trico, Torchic, and, you know, Chimchar, Piplup, Turtwig. Just because I think it'd be funny to see how many, like, Poochyena or Zigzagoons, Starlies, the uncatchable shinies from the intro kind of battle I could run into. Even though it'd be a lot more worth my time to just Masuda method hunt for those starter Pokemon in this game with the shiny charm. Be a lot more efficient, but a lot more fun to do the resets in, you know, Ruby and Sapphire and see a uncatchable shiny Poochyena as you're trying to get your shiny like Mudkip or something. I think it'd just be kind of funny. Gotta have some fun with it. Can't always be about the efficiency. Leo, are you back once again, buddy? You just keep coming to check on me. You okay? Are you bored? Is Ryder not playing with you? He said, yes, come play with me, please. I'm bored. What's up, little buddy? What's up? You like the little under ear scratches when you like your scratchies? Boy, you always get little knots in your ear. How do you get these little knots in your fur all the time? I swear, we cut these knots out of his ears constantly and they just reappear within days. Is it because Ryder likes biting you in your ear hair right there and gets it all tangled up? Is that what it is? All right, little Tepig. I gotta be honest, everyone. I just kind of zoned out and started thinking about something that I was wanting to get for. I mean, it was for this, but I was I just got to thinking about that and kind of zoned out for a second and was kind of like pricing stuff out and calculating things in my head. Like, well, what if I do this and do that? And what if we get it like this? Completely, honestly, completely forgot I was streaming for a second. I was just like in my own little la la land doing some math, thinking about what I was wanting to get, and then looked up and was like, oh shit, I'm streaming still. I should pay attention. I certainly need to try and go to bed once I am done with this stream, or at least get ready and wind down and go to bed soon, because I did not sleep all that much last night, and I definitely should. I am tired. I am sleepy. I stayed up real late last night watching Arcane Season 2. If you haven't watched the show, go watch it. If you have watched the show, It's peak. It is absolute peak, and you know what I'm talking about. Like Arcane, it might be one of the best shows I've ever seen. Like it's starting to creep into that territory of like Game of Thrones and Attack on Titan for me. Like it is wild how good Arcane is. Like I wasn't unfortunately able to watch them until last night when I got home, and so I binge watched all 3 of them real quick and then watched some reaction videos because I just like watching people react to the stuff. You know, shows I'm currently watching. I think it's fun to watch other people's reactions, but yeah, it's so good. Yeah, Fly, you should definitely check it out if you have Netflix. I would highly recommend it. Like, you do not need to know anything about League of Legends. It is nothing like League of Legends. It is a beautiful, gut-wrenching show. It has made me tear up and, you know, almost cry a number of times. It is so incredibly animated. Like, it is an incredible show. The story is immaculate. The characters are just so well, like, thought out. You know, their arcs, it's just everything about it is incredible. I keep posting about it on Blue Sky being like, I don't know how the League of Legends video game spawned this show, but it's amazing. Like, I know League of Legends has extensive lore. I used to play League a shitload back in college. I played League really hardcore for like 4 years. And then stopped playing because it was destroying my life. Wish I was joking, but like genuinely my life was worse when I was playing League of Legends. Like, would not recommend playing the game, but the show is phenomenal. Like, when the first season came out, I wasn't really like on board with it. I put off watching it. I was like, it's League of Legends. I had kind of, you know, I distanced myself from the game. I was like, I don't want to get back into this whole world again. I'm happy being away from League of Legends. But then I started hearing how good it was, and I was like, okay, fine. I guess I'll sit down and watch it. And I was in awe. I was like, how is this show so freaking good? Like, I don't know how they're going to wrap up the second season in the next 3 episodes. Like, knowing what I know from playing League about like where these characters like end up in the lore and how they are, I don't know how because they've said this is the last season. It's only 2 seasons with these characters. I'm fairly certain they're going to make more seasons, more shows out of different like stories. But apparently this is the last season for these characters, or so they say. And I'm just sitting here like, how are you going to wrap this all up in the next 3 episodes? Like, there is so much going on, and there's so much character growth for so many of these characters to still undergo. And so I don't know how they're going to like do this growth and finish their story at the same time. Like, there's some characters that I'm like, there's no way you wrap all these people up in the next 3 episodes. Like, some of these characters have to be continuing over to another series. Like, there's no way like Echo is having his story wrapped up in this season. Like, unless some of these the champions from the games that are in the show, because not every character in the show is from the game. Some of them are original to the show. Like, unless some of these champions are just intended to be side characters that are not going through a full character progression like they maybe normally would in the lore. Like, I just don't see how characters like Echo are gonna finalize in the next 3 episodes. Same with like Heimerdinger. Like, Heimerdinger had a lot more characterization to him in season 1 than Echo did. But like, even so, like, knowing how Heimerdinger is in the video game, I'm like, how are they going to wrap him up in the next 3 episodes? It's like, either there's going to be more shows, or like, I just don't know. Like, there's so much with these characters that could be explored. I don't know how you get it all done in another 3 episodes, unless each episode is like an hour and a half to 2 hours long. And then like, there's probably 150 champions or something like that in the game, and 10 of them maybe are involved in the first 2 seasons of this show. Like, there's so much that they could pull from the lore of League of Legends. And clearly, whoever's making this show, making Arcane, they know what they're doing because it is freaking good and it looks incredible. Like, yeah, I would highly recommend watching it. Yeah, like the episodes but because like the episodes so far this season have been like 35-40 minutes a piece. I do not see how you wrap up this story in 3 more episodes of 40 minutes. Like they gotta be longer. Like there's a lot going on and a lot to still be seen with a lot of these characters. And I certainly do hope they start making or are intending to make different seasons of the show or, you know, of this world with different characters, different champions, because while champions like Vi, I played in League of Legends, like I played a lot of Vi, so seeing her in the show was pretty cool. I played Jinx a little bit, you know, back in the day, but I was never much of an ADC player, so Jinx and Caitlyn I played occasionally whenever I had to play ADC, but I never played them a whole bunch. I played Echo a lot. I played a lot of mid lane, so I played Echo a bunch. So seeing him in the show was pretty cool. Never really played Heimerdinger ever. Maybe occasionally. I think Jace and Victor, who are in the show, I don't think I ever... Victor I might have used once in like an ARAM or something. I don't think I ever played Jace. I don't think I ever used Jace once in the entirety of playing League of Legends. So that was him being in the show is interesting. Like I knew about him, but like never played him. Let's see who else. What's in the show that I'm forgetting? Warwick. I did that's a new one for the last few episodes. Warwick I did play every so often in jungle. And then I might have played Singed like once or twice over the years. I don't think I played him a whole bunch. But the characters I played a lot when I was into playing League were Akali. That was my number one main for the entire time I played League. I was a big Akali fan. So they somehow made a series around like the ninja, I forget kind of the lore around them a little bit, but like the ninjas like Akali and Zed and all that, that'd be pretty sweet. We got some of that. Love to see my girl Akali. And then I played a lot of Ahri, so that'd be pretty cool. Malphite, I played top lane a good bit. Liked Malphite. Teemo, unfortunately, I don't think Teemo's ever going to be a character in the show. I did play Teemo a good bit. I know that's a little bit... People are not a big fan of Teemo, but in the last few episodes, I did see Teemo in like a little teaser, and I think Teemo was inside of an arcade game, like on a picture or something in one of the recent episodes. And I freaked out. I was like, oh my god, it's Captain Teemo. Like, that's my guy. That's my little dude. And so the fact that he was like an Easter egg, I don't think he'll be like in any of the shows, unfortunately. Maybe it will, but let's see who else I'd play. I played Yasuo some. I was never very good with the Yasuo, but played him a decent bit, so that'd be kind of cool. Let's see who else. Played Darius a lot. So Noxus is already kind of a part of the Arcane world right now with Mel and her mom. So if they kind of branch off that, give us some Darius, it'd be pretty cool. One of the characters I played Brand a good bit. There's a lot of characters that like are really magical and fantastic, like mystical, that they would have to expand the world to include. And let's see. Oh. So these two were not shiny, but yeah, I'll stop talking about it too much. Mainly because this is gonna be the last two encounters of the stream, our last two Tepigs right here to get us to 7850. But yeah, Arcane is incredibly good. If you have not watched it, I highly recommend watching it. And I do not recommend playing League of Legends afterwards because you think the show is like the game. It is not. Save yourself some pain. Don't play League of Legends. Just watch Arcane and have fun. I say have fun. It's a pretty emotional show. Like, there's actually not a whole lot of fun to be had. It gets you in the feels. It hits hard, but it's very good still. There's still fun to be had in it though. Anyways, get through this text right here and check out our last two Tepigs of the night. We can get a little last encounter magic. That would be fantastic. I would very much appreciate a Tepig. I am very much ready to get this dang shiny, but we'll check these out one at a time. Who do I want to go with first? Let's see. Nope, neither of them are female, so I'll check the English copy first. Do we got a shiny over here? Of course, that would be a negative, but for encounter number 7,850, we got a Japanese shiny. Also be a no. What a shocker, what a surprise. It hasn't been 4 months of this. we haven't done this before, but yeah, that'll do it. That'll be a night for us. Basically right on time. That was a very efficient, very methodically. I don't know where I'm going with that. Anyways, thanks again to everyone, as always, for coming out to the stream, listening to me ramble, chatting with me. It's always so appreciated. And I will see y'all tomorrow. We're going to be doing some Emerald Sea Glass playthrough. So if you're down for some ROM hack playing, we'll be doing that tomorrow. And then we'll be back with this Tepig on Wednesday. So I will hopefully see you all then.